I'm Ilya Marchenko.
I'm Dennis Kudla.
I'm Jesper de Jong.
I'm Henry Laaksonen.
I am Francisco Cerundolo,
and you are listening to the Game to Love podcast.
Well, hey, welcome back, tennis fans. It is another live watch-along. It's the third final of the day. This one in Spain, Barcelona. And we have two Spaniards. How fitting is that? In a final in Spain. No Rafael Nadal. Usually he's here in this final. He's won this event more than anyone else. I believe even this court is named after Rafael Nadal. It's Pista Rafa Nadal. And we have CARRENO BUSTA versus the young gun Carlos Alcaraz, both of which have already played a match today on tour. Alcaraz's one was on after Busta. Busta beat Diego Schwartzman in straight sets. Alex de Minaur was defeated by Alcaraz, but it took a long time. I mean, it was almost 4 hours. It was just a ridiculously long match for Alcaraz to play, and it happens to be on the same day as the final. So because of the rain, it's really kind of screwed Alcaraz over, and I am a bit worried about him in this match. I'm not sure whether he will have the stamina to go sort of 3 sets. Does he need to get this match over and done with early? He has been sort of the man around town this year. Alcaraz played some really scintillating tennis at times, but I'm just a bit concerned that it may be a little bit too much. Especially playing twice on the same day, one of which being a crazy long match. So in that regard, Busta has a really good chance here. They've never played each other before. I'm sure they're going to play each other a lot more. And CARRENO Busta's come out the traps very fast. That is a great winner down the line. Nice forehand from him. And an early game to love from CARRENO Busta. Shout out to everyone who's joined us. If you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. Let's try and get the likes up early. This is my third stream of the day. But granted, I've not done a full one. But this, I will be doing a full one because there's no one else left. Ben's gone. Faison's gone. We may have Zach joining us later on. We'll have to wait and see. So you're left with just me. Well, some might be pleased. Some might be thinking, oh, no, not him again. We've got Red Devil saying back JG Vamos time yet. We've got the Vamos button in the chamber. We've not played it yet. We've got a Busta button as well. And there will be some sort of old timers here who've been watching the podcast for some time. And they know I don't like CARRENO Busta. I find him very annoying. I think he does throw tantrums here and there. I remember when he threw his bag on the court. And he's the type of person to do a medical timeout when he doesn't need one. But that's just my take on it. I think he does crumble as well under pressure. So I think it's clear to see that I'm not the biggest fan of his. But I don't know if there will be many people cheering on Busta today. I think Alcaraz certainly will have more people backing him. But let me know in the live chat. An old name I've not seen for a while. We've got Dragon7 in. How are we doing, Dragon7? Thanks for joining us. And Vamos, amigo. It's been a long time. Unless you've just been lurking in the background. We do have a button for you, Dragon. But because Ben's not here, I don't know. I'm assuming it's not in there. So, unfortunately, I can't get it out. But, yeah, thanks for joining, mate. Long time no see. How are we doing, May, as well? I've got some bad news for you, May. You've been toppled on the top tippers. Mark has come in earlier with a big tip, and he's going straight to number one. He's a massive Eager fan on our Patreon, and he's sent in a tip. And he now is in the number one spot. I don't think anyone's catching him, not even you, May. So fair play to Mark. Everyone's moved down one. Dragon there just saying, I've been floating around, hovering about the clouds. Yeah, I thought you would do. Been watching a bit of Dragon Ball Z, have you? I know you're a big fan. May's in saying third time the charm. Yep, should be a good one. So this one, 40 love. And Alcaraz, big winner down the line. Vamos, let's go. Early little winner. But we've seen both players on serve hold to love. And if you're Alcaraz, you want this match to be over with as soon as possible. You don't want a long one. And I'm surprised that Alcaraz is still the bookie favourite, considering he's played so much today. May saying I could if I wanted, but I need to buy Roland Garros tickets for me and my mum. I mean, definitely get the Roland Garros tickets. I think that is certainly more important. You don't want to miss it. Saying maybe in June. What about May? It's in the name. Pardon the pun. Anyway, 1-1. Let's get to the match. We'll do some play-by-play. Busta goes big to the forehand of Alcaraz. Can't manage to get that one back. 1-1. And I'm glad that there's two Spanish players playing each other. It seems like there's so many top Spanish players across the men's and women's at the moment. I don't even know where to start with. We've got Fekina. He did amazing at Monte Carlo. On the women's, you've got Badoza. And with Madrid coming up, I can understand the Spanish players' frustrations that they've not been awarded many wild cards. I know Verdasco was very upset about it. The likes of a Taberna, I think he should be given an opportunity. Verdasco, great at the game. Maybe he should be given one as well. But I think that just is the way it is at the moment. And we get to see some good Brits in Draper. Murray, not so good right now, but of course, legend. That's a good serve. Neither player has lost a point, actually, on serve right now. So we've seen a game to love for Busta, game to love for Alcaraz, and now we're looking at another game to love potentially here. Just seen an update for Madrid, and that's Vondrasova has pulled out of Madrid on the women's side. Yeah, and it's continuing like that. It's an unreturnable serve. Busta, another game to love. And I think if you do 2 games to love in a row, you've got to get a button for that. So well done to Busta. He started this one very strong.
Don't mess with me, cause you know I'm gonna crush you. Another point, perennial booster. Perennial booster.
Yeah, and just while we have this little changeover, I want to share something with you guys. So the match earlier against Alex de Minaur, Alcaraz had to save some match points, and one of which was ridiculous. Have a look at this. So I think Alex de Minaur was serving for the match twice. And this one, you've got to highlight it because how the hell did Alcaraz manage to win this point? I mean, you can see the situation he's in on the scoreboard. He's lost the first set in the tiebreak. He's in the second set here, facing 2 match points. And what's going? How did he manage it? I mean, if you watch the actual video, unfortunately, I'm not allowed to show you the video on here because I'm going to get pulled. But what happens is Alex de Minaur plays it a little bit too safe. He plays it towards the middle of the court. Alcaraz run past it because he's expecting it in that sort of right-hand corner. It doesn't go to the corner. And because of that, Alcaraz run past it and he has to sort of hit the ball from behind him on the forehand on the run and then passes de Minaur. So it's a ridiculously great shot from Alcaraz. And that is how close he was to going out. I thought I had to show you because you wouldn't believe it if it was just me explaining it. And that is a really great sort of screenshot of how, I wouldn't say lucky, just how great Alcaraz is and how he's able to fight to the very end. Probably like his overall icon in Rafael Nadal. Let's bring back up the score if I can find it. Computer's not the fastest. Alcaraz serving here. And we've still not seen a singular point against serve. Alcaraz gets the first point. Forehand to forehand they go. And Busta goes long. 30 love. I think we've got Zach waiting. Give me the thumbs up, Zach, when you're ready, and I'll get you in. Good to see we've got some support for this one. I'm not going to be on my own. Save my voice a little bit. And we get some posher people in because me and Ben, Faizan's quite good. He's a bit posher. We've got John Silk. Zach's not bad as well. Me and Ben sort of commoning it up a little bit. Chim chimney, chim chim churu. Here he is. How are we doing?
Hello, hello.
You well?
Yep. I have a little voice thing going on, but I feel fine.
Okay. You mean voice? What, throat?
Yeah, just like a kind of raspy, like kind of something clogging and rasping up my voice, but it's not at all a sickness. So I don't know. It's just something.
Okay. Maybe some hay fever. You got hay fever or not?
Yeah, maybe something. We were outside a lot yesterday.
Okay. Well, hopefully it doesn't affect this too much, and it's not affected anyone's serve because still 10 minutes played, each player 8 points each. They've not lost a singular point on serve. I gave a button for Busta for a great start. We've got to give one to Alcaraz now. First off, game to love for him as well.
Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. 1, 2, 3, vamos. Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. Vamos.
Vamos. I guess that could be applicable for
Yeah,
both. You've got your flag. Who are you supporting?
Well, a Spanish player. No. You know, I don't know. I like Alcaraz a lot. He's fun. He's obviously amazing. He's so fun to watch. Like whenever he plays, you want to watch. But I'm also just like, and I don't like Busta, but for some reason Alcaraz is so, there's so much expectation for how great he's going to be that I sort of want Busta just to win because he's, the heavy underdog in a sense. But I don't know. It's completely illogical in my mind since I like Alcaraz and I don't like Busta. But
deep down, are you a little bit upset that Djokovic lost today? So you're thinking, I've had enough. I'm not having the favourites winning when Djokovic wasn't winning. I'm having Alcaraz losing now.
Well, I think this is a thing that's always there for me a little bit. Like, I'm 40 and, I've seen what happens to your body from 30 to 40. And there's always a fear like this is the end for Djokovic. This is he's not going to win any more slam. He's just, and when you see him like struggling to finish matches, it's like, and thanking his team who's like left, you get a little bit like concerned, like, and then you see Alcaraz coming up with no real apparent big 3 rivals for him. I mean, there's Felix, there's a few, young guys, but you sort of feel like, gosh, what could he do if he doesn't have serious competition for a decade? I don't know. It's ridiculous. It's overhyped, but at the same time, I'm sort of like, oh, he'll have his slams, he'll have 40 titles or whatever. Let Busta win this one.
Okay, fair enough. Good point. And we do have 2 break points here. We've seen some points against serve. Alcaraz hitting the ball very well right now. He doesn't look like he's just played for 4 hours earlier on today. And he misses that one, though, down the line. Maybe a little bit too aggressive. Should have bided his time a little bit and waited. Pulled the trigger, missed it, and 1 break point saved. I think that was a really good
like a video
explanation
game.
you made.
He's like a video game character. You just look at him and you're like, he's just going to... I mean, I know a lot of people are concerned about the overhype, but at the same time, he looks too good, So it's just like...
It's hard not to hype him up. I agree.
Yeah.
He's returning well here on the baseline. That one's long. And the first blood goes to CARRENO BUSTA. He gets the early break here. 14 minutes played. The first time we've seen some points against serve. Alcaraz gets a few of them and is able to break. He leads here in the final of Barcelona. 3-2.
Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. 1, 2, 3, vamos. Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. Vamos.
I mean, guy doesn't really lose finals as well. Let's make a note of that. In Rio, he won that final against Diego Schwartzman. The other one, of course, in Miami, he was able to win. This one, is he going to win 3 out of 3 this year? Is he the final man who rises to the big occasion?
Yeah, I mean, this is a really interesting match to me because Busta's a fighter. He's a total fighter. He's a grinder. He's a hard player to beat, except when he's having one of those off days, which every player can have. But so I'm curious. Obviously he knows Alcaraz well since they're both Spanish. I'm just curious to see if this ends up being a really hard fought battle, or Alcaraz is able to pull like a kind of quick sweep of 2 sets, Or, if Busta could win, Busta could come out and win it. You showed that De Minaur almost beat Alcaraz. I didn't see that match. I have to see that point, watch that point at least, or find the highlights and watch the highlights of the match, because that looks like it must have been a blazing fun match to watch.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch it because I was streaming at the time, but I've had some break between the last final and this one. And yeah, I got to see the highlights. It was really good. Alcaraz dug in deep. I mean, Alex de Minaur, as much as Alcaraz, he wasn't at his best, definitely not. And Alex de Minaur should have won one of them. I'm sorry, there was a few opportunities, he just didn't take them at the big time. So you could say Alex de Minaur kind of did lose it, but then Alcaraz still produced brilliance and great defense when it mattered. So you can only do what you can do. You got Colton in saying, I'm new to watching tennis. What can I expect from this match? Well, for a start, it's not normal for players to be playing a semi-final and final on the same day. But considering there's been so much rain in Spain, it's the new London. I'm here in Barcelona at the moment. Then it's a bit of a unique situation we're in, where these players have played already quite a bit, which means they may struggle. We could, if this was to go to 3 sets, I don't know what kind of quality we're going to see in a third set. But I've just still got something in me that Alcaraz can win this still. And it would be, for me, one of his greatest victories ever if he's able to show at his young age that his body can deal with 2 intense matches against top opposition in Alex de Minaur and Busta on the same day.
Yeah. Well, he won. He previously won like a month ago, 2 in one day, didn't he?
2 matches in one day.
Wasn't that also?
Was that in Rio?
Yeah, I'm going to just look up his results. As far as what to expect, the thing about tennis that I love, that I think is, and it's hard to explain sort of, but with tennis, there's just layers and layers and layers and layers. And when you first get into watching tennis, it's fun, but you're missing like 90%. Like you don't. It takes a long time to see all the layers of the game. And with a player like Alcaraz, he just makes it look so easy that you just think, oh, well, this is simple. But he's just so good at everything. So it's just kind of a situation where he can do everything well, so he can make everything look easy. So otherwise, I mean, I think it could be a real battle. These guys are both very, very physical, very good at covering the court, at not giving up. They neither of them really give up easily. So it's not going to be, even if it ended up a blowout, it would still be a fight to the end, I think. But
for me, I want to ask you a question about Busta in terms of how do you reckon he feels being a Spanish guy and sort of always been in the shadow of Rafael Nadal for however long he's going to be a tennis player. Rafael Nadal, while he's playing, he's always going to be in his shadow. Oh, they're just looking at the real bounce there, and they're saying that ball was in. Let's have a look at the replay. I mean, I think it does just catch the outside of the line, which would mean that Alcaraz does hold his serve. Yes, he has. So they've awarded it to him. So it is 4-2 Carlos Alcaraz. And as I was saying, he's always been the shadow of Rafa. He's thinking, Rafa's retiring soon. Now people in Spain are going to start talking about me. Alcaraz comes along. How must he feel about Alcaraz? Part of him must be thinking, can't you just go away and let me get some attention?
Yeah, I don't know his personality real. He's a hard guy to read personality-wise for me, so I'm not really sure. Maybe you have more insight on that. I mean, just as some basic stats, he's 30 years old, career high of 10 in the world, which is an amazing feat. 19 right now. He's been really unformed the past year. He's been playing some really good tournaments. Sometimes he checks out. And
did you see that point?
Yeah,
I don't know if your stream's behind me. I know your stream on here is lagging quite a bit. I'm not sure if you've got other tabs open or anything.
I'm on Tennis TV, and Tennis TV is just always. Where do you watch it?
Yeah, I don't think I can share it to you, unfortunately.
Okay,
because I can't do that on mine.
But you're watching.
I'm watching it on
are you able to see?
You can maybe try the Discord, see if there's anyone streaming in there. I can't share my screen on there because it lags up my laptop.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, no, I don't. It's funny that I think a lot of people globally watch on Tennis TV, and it's funny that we're always a little bit behind you guys watching on some stream. And I don't know if it's just because they poured it to so many places around the world. It's high, high quality. I don't know why it's always like 15, 20 seconds behind you guys.
Well, Alcaraz is just opening up. You're probably going to see it in a second, but we do have 3 break points for him, looking to go 5-2 up in this final. It's all going his way. And there was one point earlier he had no right to be in it at all, and he was just scampering around, managed to get the ball back, and Busta was just like, "Oh my word, what's happening here?" He's hitting the ball so hard. I think Alcaraz at the moment.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things with him. With him that's similar with the greats is like they find a way to get the point, they find a way to get the game, they find a way to get the match. It's just like they just have this extra level that they get to win something. And I mean that, you said with the Demon Hour match, Demon Hour, I like him a lot, but unfortunately he's not the best at being cool and calm and closing something out.
Well, Busta there saves another break point. It's a good shot from him, forcing Alcaraz out wide. I think it would be good if Alcaraz is to break now, because I would like a quick first set. I think it will be good it'll just mean we're going to get, even if it goes 3, it means it will be a better match. I don't want to see like a third set, Rublev Djokovic again, where Alcaraz has nothing left and Busta bagels him.
But that was 6-2 in the first set. So even...
That's true.
They just got, they really wore each other out, though.
Yeah, Alcaraz needs it in 2. In 3, if we do see another bagel, I'll be very upset. As I actually had Djokovic winning that event in my bracket. Ben had Rublev, so it kind of killed me off.
Nah.
Come close.
Yeah, it just shows how hard Rublev is to beat, how good he is. He doesn't get the respect of, Medvedev, Zverev, even Berrettini, I would say. But he's just always hits so hard, and you can see
bad drop shot.
Djokovic, it can take you out of your game a bit.
Rublev deserves a little bit more. I think I've been guilty of that as well recently, not showing him enough. It's a bad drop shot there.
Everybody is.
Alcaraz comes in, hits it down the line, and then Busta can't manage to lob Alcaraz at the net, goes long, and we've got another break point here. Number 4. First serve's good. Alcaraz returns it sort of mid-court, though. Goes forehand now to the backhand of Busta. Hits the line. Busta pushing him back. Alcaraz in the rally, though. He's looking okay. Quite calm right now. Just going backhand to backhand. He opens up. Goes big forehand. Doesn't step in, though. And he goes drop shot. The famous Alcaraz drop shot. It's not a good one. And Busta puts it away. The Alcaraz drop shot. How important is that shot going to be today?
Yeah, well, I'm curious. I'm sorry. Just Djokovic is big on the drop shot, of course, as well. And it was interesting in that Rublev match where Rublev completely knew he was going for a drop shot before he was close to hitting it and was sprint to the net. I wonder how much players can learn to look for clues on Alcaraz's drop shot, or anyone else, anyone's, but someone like Alcaraz who used it so much, you want to find the clues, because as much as they can disguise it, there's always got to be some quirks, some things you do a little bit differently. And, if you spot them early enough, you can do what Busta did here and just get up there and get it. Yep. So I'm curious to see how much people learn the cues on Alcaraz's phenomenal drop shot. Yeah, but still, he hits the ball so hard. Sorry.
Sometimes it is just really difficult to get to the drop shot, even if you know they're going to do it. But Busta seems to already early on showing signs that he's anticipating that drop shot. He was already on his bike. He was halfway there before the drop shot was even made.
Yeah, that was a good point by Busta. It shows why he's in the final. But Alcaraz can hit the ball, hit you back so hard with a shot, and then hit the drop shot. But that's what Djokovic did in that one that Rublev read so well. He hit him hard. He was on the back foot, and basically just Rublev knew, because he was on his back foot, Djokovic was going to go drop shot other corner, and he's got like 2 big steps toward the net before Djokovic even hit the ball. So it was, Still, the combination, Alcaraz's variety, his ability to hit and play any game and shake it up, it's just phenomenal.
Busta goes into the net, hits the top of the net cord, and we're going to have another break point. Busta getting quite frustrated with himself. I know you did say he's a bit of a fighter. I'm not so sure if he is. I've seen Busta a lot of times, and I know I can be a bit of a hater. I know I'm not his biggest fan. A lot of times against good opposition, like a sister pass, he just you just see him. He doesn't believe he can win. Against Rafa, every time he plays him, doesn't believe he can win, and he sort of just walks around the court and just knows he's not going to get in the match. So we don't see that level of fight from him. And I'm worried that if he is to lose this set quite convincingly, I hope we don't see that for the rest of the final. As much as I'd love Alcaraz to win like that, I don't think that's not really the final I want to see.
Yeah, that's tough, especially though as a 30-year-old playing an 18-year-old, maybe he would have a. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I always see him as a fighter, someone who's going to really fight for the match. I mean, there are special players who absolutely put in full effort to the end no matter what. And I mean, that's kind of...
Is it a dying breed?
Maybe. But
I think Alcaraz is one of them types.
Yeah, and I think it comes to like Alcaraz has what the big three have, this extreme, supreme confidence in themselves where they always feel like they could find a way to win. And, that helps him taking big shots, helps him with closing out matches. It's just something that is, very special to have that level of confidence.
Yeah, Busta did well.
And you don't see Busta with that.
No, if for Busta, I would actually look at him. And the one thing I would say is I think technically he's one of the best players on tour. I like his fundamentals. Everything about his game technically is very sound. He can be a pretty consistent player when he's on. That's the way I've always looked at him. If anyone's having an off day, I thought he can take you out, and better player as well. Yeah, and there we go. Finally, he's able to hold. Big hold for him, and he's on the board here. Gets to the magic number 3, and he's trading down a break 4-3 in the final.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have any great weapons. He's just extremely consistent and just very good at covering the court, being consistent, being in hard-hitting rallies and finding a way through with his consistency. And
agreed. Let's try and get to 100 likes on this stream. We've got 58 so far. We need to get to 100 for Zach. So make sure, give us a like on the video and subscribe if you are new.
I think that is the thing that impresses me about Busta, though. When a player has big weapons and they can win matches on their big weapons, that's one thing. When you don't have big weapons and you're in the top 20, you've reached 10 in the world, it comes from a ridiculous level of, mental strength to grind out matches, to win matches where you're playing someone often who has bigger weapons than you, but you're that good technically, as you said, and mentally.
You got Quentin in saying PCB plays tidy tennis. Nothing spectacular, but when it's on, it's very good. Tidy tennis. I think that's a new category. I'm going to put tennis players in.
I like that.
Yep, you fit into the tidy tennis box.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Who's another tidy tennis player? I can't think of one now.
Yeah, I'm someone with low skills who goes for the winner every second shot. The opposite of a Busta.
I'm a messy player, but just I don't even hit winners. I'm just a messy defensive player.
Yeah. I scramble. My background is football, soccer. So I'm all over. I'll be all over the court till I fall down. But
well, I look forward to playing you one day, Zach. If you're ever in the UK, we'll have to do a challenge, JG.
That would
if
be
you're
fun.
Up for it,
for sure. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. I have to watch some of your. You probably cream me, but I have to watch those again. I forget actually what you.
Well, what's the most recent one? We got John Silk. I played John Silk the other day, and that's going to be coming out soon.
Oh my! I can't. That's going to be fun to watch. That's cool.
Good old Silk. Here we go. Alcaraz serving. He's got the break. He's doing exactly what he needs to do here in Barcelona. I wonder if Rafa is watching from some TV set somewhere in the world right now.
Probably. His level of confidence is just, he's either that or golfing, right?
I mean, Rafa's got to be watching it.
He's got
two Spanish players playing on his court. in Spain.
Yeah, he's got to be watching.
Shame he's not here. I was a bit sad in the draw preview. I don't know if you caught it, but it just doesn't feel the same about Rafa and Barcelona. I'm glad Alcaraz is sort of flying the flag for him.
Well, it's fun. I mean,
into
funny,
the net,
weird.
We love.
You know, he had just best start to a season ever for himself, and ended up with an injury. So that's sort of the difficulty of winning so much on hard court in the beginning of the year, is it can knock you out for the clay court season.
You got Kayan saying, JG, are you a pusher? I mean, you can judge my tennis for yourself. I'm not. I just enjoy it. I'm a tennis fan more than anything. I'm not a player. I'm just a tennis enthusiast. I don't even know what I am. My best shot, I reckon, it's the forehand on the run. That's what I'm going to give myself. You'll probably think it's nothing.
Italian, dangerous on the run.
Yeah, you got the Italian blood. Helps. Here we go. 40-15. Alcaraz doing exactly what he needs to do right now, trying to get to number 5 and put himself one game away. And that's an ace. What a shot that is. Brilliant serving. And I think that could be his first ace. I think it might have been first ace of the match for Alcaraz. Comes at a good time. And he's one game away here from the first set. Vamos!
Vamos! Carlos Alcaraz. 1, 2, 3, vamos! Vamos! Carlos Alcaraz. Vamos!
And you know what, with that button, I think we already need some new images of him. He looks so young in there. He's matured so much since we started watching him. I feel we need a new button with new images. The sound's fine, just some new pictures of him, because he looks like a different man now.
Yeah. I mean,
he's developed to a
watching...
man. He was a boy in the images.
Yeah, I remember when he won his first title. We were in Poland, and just remember watching the final and the ceremony, and he looked like a boy. And then a few months later, he looked like a man. It was like
happens overnight.
It was crazy. I was looking up Felix's background more the other day. I can't believe he broke a few records of youngest player, like youngest to play an ATP main draw match at like 14 years and something, and first to be in a finals of an ATP, or the youngest to be in a finals of an ATP 500. Like
he was a tall kid, wasn't he? But you can see by his face how young he was.
Yeah, he was so young. But these guys, I mean, it's the dream, obviously, to be so good at it as a teenager that you're able to just jump right into the pros and start climbing the ranks. And Alcaraz did that like textbook, out of beautifully, like out of a video game. He just climbed the ranks the past year. And I mean, this match again, he just looks too strong and too fast for Busta. I mean, he just
looks like a better version of him. Look at him there covering. He's like it's like a mosquito. You just can't get him off here. And he's 30, 30 all here, 2 points away.
That was Ferreira's nickname, right? His coach's nickname was the mosquito, right?
Yeah. Maybe they should give it to Alcaraz. We've got Patrick in saying some other tidy players. Gil Simon, Kohlschreiber, Millman. I'm not sure about Gil Simon if he's that tidy these days anyway. But Kohlschreiber and Millman, good shouts. I like that.
Yeah, maybe Alcaraz could be the wasp. He could be a wasp. He's
wasp's
beefy.
A nice one. He's buzzing around right now, and he's got set point, 34 minutes played. And you wouldn't think he's played for 4 hours earlier. He's flying in this one, and it's set point against CARRENO Busta. See what he can do. The first serve's in. Alcaraz just about gets it over the net, and it's a shank return there from Busta. What's he doing? He could have gone down the line, could have gone anywhere, but instead he crumbles, and the first set's gone, and it's a break right at the end for Alcaraz.
Vamos! Carlos Alcaraz. 1, 2, 3, vamos! Vamos! Carlos Alcaraz. Vamos!
And this is the shank for Busta. Wow, it's a good set. Look at the stats. 92% he's won behind his first serve, Alcaraz. He's lost probably only 1 point behind his first serve. Pretty amazing that is. And his serve's the big weapon, which has come on so much from sort of last year or even the year before. It's just created another dimension to his game. And I think that's why he's able to hit so many more drop shots, because of the extra power on the serve and all the other shots as well. It means he's able to get in there and do more drop shots and mean they're more effective.
Yeah, he just hits the ball so hard too. I mean, people are like, they must be playing like kind of in emergency mode, like shock mode. It's like the second to last point of that set, he just blasted the forehand so hard that Busta couldn't even go for it. Really, it's just like on clay, it's just like crazy. I would like to see. Do you have access to like average forehand speed or something? Like
I don't have it to hand.
Are just so strong.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but they do often pop up on the screen. Like if he does a really big one, it will tell you how fast it was and stuff, which is cool. And that's the only way I really compare it to sort of other players. But I always compare it to Del Potro. Is that a Del Potro hammer blow forehand?
Yeah.
But I don't think many people ever reach them kind of level.
It's funny because
I think Kyrgios does from time. Kyrgios hits some real big forehands.
Yeah, he's ridiculous. Well, you actually he can't be the wasp because you made him a different animal. He can be different things.
No, I called him a camel. I think once. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
It took me a minute to remember.
Because he likes the clay. It's not a camel anymore.
You had like a couple-minute explanation of it, I think, or just effort at explaining it.
Yeah, I forget now, but at the time I went with camel. I think I'm going to have to retract that.
Can camels be quite fast? Can they run fast?
I think camels can. They're surprisingly fast, camels.
I feel like they would look a little more awkward than Alcaraz running.
I think the hump's going to be all of his wins this year, every hump.
Oh, my. Yeah.
Here we go, though. Second set. He won the first one 6-3. Serving first now because he broke Busta right at the end of that first set. And look at that. That's the forehand you was talking about, Zach. Right on cue, into the open court. Busta just looked at it. And I don't know. He's not a fighter for me, Busta. I think his head's going to start dropping now. And I'm not sure if we're going to see the best level from him. But only time will tell. I think that first set was big for him. He needed to sort of make it competitive, and he didn't. Brilliant serve yet again. Oh, it just about lands on the baseline. Alcaraz still whacking these forehands. They're the best. I mean, it's just another level. I mean, he doesn't look tired. He's just played all this time, and he's still playing like this. Busta, what's going on with him? He's just beaten Diego Schwartzman in 2 sets. So he must be playing very well today to beat Diego in such easy fashion.
Yeah, I was surprised by that. I thought Schwartzman would win that one, but yeah, he's got to be feeling a bit worn out as well. And I mean, Alcaraz he's really feeling it. He's hitting the ball so hard.
I'm going to put it as far to say this is probably one of the best performances I've seen from Alcaraz. It's quick, convincing, aggressive tennis from the Spaniard, and that's a game to love to start the second set. Let's try and get to 100 likes,
like
guys.
This on a clay court, like where Busta's not even able to reach for it. It's like he's just like, oh, that's way outside of my it's just ridiculous. But actually, Alcaraz is from a little bit south of Barcelona, isn't he? He's like from near Valencia, near Alicante kind of area.
All right, that rings a bell, yeah. So
I think he might really feel the conditions here. This could be his tournament. Yeah.
Okay. Hometown. Seems like the crowd is definitely cheering for him more.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that's happening wherever he goes at the moment.
I mean, that's something that I don't know.
Look at that.
I guess.
And he's on the front foot again. Goes drop shot. That time he tried to disguise it too much, I think, and messed it up. Just proving he's human there, missing that one.
Yeah. We had this situation in Serbia where like Djokovic playing Kecmanovic or Jer, and there's heavily behind Djokovic, and it's a little hard. Like, I feel like
They
it's
must
not.
feel a bit, yeah, but I think they understand.
I mean, they
It's one of them
understand.
you
They're huge
understand.
fans of his,
Yeah.
but still, it's like, I don't know.
Deep down, they're probably quite happy that he's winning. Obviously, not at their expense, but probably when they go
Yeah.
home, they're like, "Oh, at least he's flying the flag for Serbia."
Yeah. Yeah, the turnout is amazing at that tournament. It's
Good
created
atmosphere
a
as well.
huge number of tennis fans in Serbia now.
Oh, good winner. Busta doing enough there. It's a nice serve from him. Set up the easy put away. 40 love, going for a game to love. Same way the first set started, with a few game to love. Be weird if they both do it again now and we have the exact same start as the first set with 8 points each. Oh, no,
I don't
it's
know.
done.
Maybe I've missed matches where Busta broke down more, but I mean, the thing I like, he never seems to he doesn't whine or yell at his box too much. I mean, they all have. He's a little steadier, like, fighting
But
through.
he does the medical timeout stuff. That's what he does, which annoys me. He's prone to that. Oh, I'm losing. I'm gonna have a medical timeout. And then he was moaning that time about Djokovic. I didn't like when he was criticizing Djokovic for taking one when he does the exact same thing. I found
Andy Murray did the
hypocrite.
same thing about some bathroom breaks.
Listen, if you're going to moan about it, don't do it yourself. You can't be a hypocrite.
Yeah.
You either don't like it or you don't mind it. We've got Boban asking, is Madrid going to be played on red clay this year? Any idea?
I think so, right?
Same. I assume so, yeah.
Is that the tournament that was on blue clay once?
Yeah, that's the one I think Ben or Liam used to send me videos about. It used to be on blue clay.
Yeah, it was one season, but
I can't see it. Why wouldn't it be on red clay? I think it will always be on red clay.
Yeah, it was just in 2012 they put Tyriak proposed and implemented blue clay in 2012.
Yeah.
Two of the big three did really poorly and said they wouldn't play there again if it was on blue clay again. I forget which two.
That's probably why I'm not keen. I think the Rafa doesn't like it.
Oh, Nadal and Djokovic. Yeah. Nadal and Djokovic. Federer won it, I think. Yeah, Federer won the tournament.
Federer loves the
Federer won the tournament. Yeah, but Nadal and Djokovic were like, this is crap. We're not playing here again if it's blue clay, and they didn't do it again. But I love the look. It looks very cool.
Nice winner there. Little 1-2. And with Madrid, though, the altitude... Sorry, what was that?
Oh, go ahead on Madrid. I was
going to just quickly say
so far.
Yeah, just quickly on Madrid, before I talk about that. The altitude's a big factor. So I think Zverev, yet again, the big serving, always seems to do well there. That's something to look out for. You'd expect the better servers to do great. So watch out for all the big John and Apelka, them type of guys, if they're there. I always like a big server at Madrid. I don't know why. But sorry, what was you saying? So my outcome of this match, what do I think of this match?
What are you thinking of it so far?
Yeah, no, I've been impressed. I'm a bit surprised, actually, how well Alcaraz is playing. I mean, he's not dropped a point on serve this set. He's hardly dropped a point in the first set on serve. I think the serve and then that first shot, sort of the serve +1, has been just out of this world. I don't think you can do much better. Look at that, putting it the same way Busta is, and you still can't get there. And he just dodges past that one. I like that from him. A little shimmy to the right, and it goes long, and it's another game to love for the young Spaniard. And they're playing Baby Shark now in the stands. What a great song!
This is one of the hardest. When you've Baby Shark, yeah, maybe it's a Baby Shark. Yeah. Oh my! But when you can't win a point on the other player's serve, I feel like this is This is gonna be one of the hardest things in tennis. I feel like, you just feel hopeless. But on the other hand, I've seen, I watched a lot of Hurkacz, and Hurkacz will do this. He'll, game to love, game to love, game to love. Then he'll have one bad service game where he gets broken, and that costs him a set. And so I think there's also the kind of sense you can have. Okay, he's gonna win a lot of easy games, but if I just break him once, that's all I need. So I think that's the mentality you have to have in this kind of case. But Alcaraz just looks too good. And we've seen a lot of young players who can't go as long as older players who are more experienced and know how to pace themselves. But Alcaraz just looks complete. I mean, he looks like he's really benefiting from the 18-year-old legs and lungs. And Busta's 30, who's a little bit more, 2 matches in a day is, you're going to drop off.
Maybe that's a factor. But he did play before, and it was nowhere near. It's like half the amount of time his match as well. I don't know. Let's just wait and see if Busta can get back in it. I like what you said about comparing it to Hurkacz and how he's dominant on his serve, because this is how I look at it always. A player can serve very well for a large amount of time. All it takes is just one game. That's all you need.
Yeah.
As long as you do what you have to do, you just need to wait for one time for them to have a poor service game. And I'm sure Alcaraz, even the very best, always have one service game which isn't as good and give opportunities away. So if Busta just needs to wait for that moment, bide his time, keep it competitive until that point, and then he's in for a shot. The one thing you can't afford to do is let your head drop and then get broken again, because that's what a lot of players that's what happens a lot.
Yeah, or get broken too much. And that's just, again, like, if Alcaraz is too good, it's going to happen. But yeah, I mean, as a Hurkacz, I think anyone who's a Hurkacz fan can really relate. It's like he can just blast through game after game after game and then have a poor one where he just does horribly and gets broken. And it's so frustrating to watch. It's like, can you just spread out some of those aces, some of those unreturnable service games, and and be a little bit more steady? But it just, it's part of tennis.
We got Supersonic in with the Baby Shark do do do. I mean, that song, you was talking and all I could hear was just that in my ears. I was like finding it hard to listen or concentrate on what you were saying, because the Baby Shark was just ingrained in my head. Yeah, what are they doing with the Baby Shark? Has that been a feature of Barcelona? I mean, I've not watched enough matches. I've been covering a lot of Stuttgart and Belgrade.
I don't know. Someone's into it there.
Loving it. I think a kid's in charge of the speaker.
The thing is, I mean, it's not a new song, but it's becoming, I guess, in some people's rotations, a key.
Yeah, very strange. But anyway, let's try and get to 100 likes, everyone. If you haven't already, hit the like button on the video. This is the third final of today. It's been a big day on Game to Love, and it's not over yet, because after this match, we will be doing draw previews tonight, and we've got, I think, 2 of the men's tournaments to be doing. I think Estoril and Munich, if I'm not mistaken. They're the 2. So we'll be covering them later on.
Red Devil.
Thank you, Rowdy every lap. Appreciate that. For the super chats and El Vaca. Not sure what that means, to be honest. Toro Bebe is baby ball. Okay, well, thank you for the super chat. Not sure I understand.
Toro Bebe means baby bull. El Vaca.
El Vaca. I think El Vaca means cow. A cow's transgender. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I don't want to get myself in trouble either.
Yeah.
Sometimes as well I am.
I want to highlight Red Devil 11 says Riley will be a dark horse at Madrid. I will say I somehow ended up with Opelka winning that tournament. I don't feel confident about that, but I have been impressed with him the last several months.
Oh, you've done the bracket for that? You mean last year?
Oh, am I thinking of a different tournament?
Are you talking about?
Okay. Oh, sorry. No,
I think he's talking about Madrid.
Yeah. And I picked him for something else. What is?
Okay. I was going to say, I thought you were talking about last year's. Yeah, I'm actually going to put probably Opelka going quite far. I fancy him at Madrid this year.
I won't have him winning Madrid, but I have him winning this tournament this week.
Okay, nice.
Bavarian International.
All right, is that the Munich one?
I guess so, yeah.
15-all. Second
Yeah,
serve
he's really
coming up for
stepped up.
Alcaraz. He's still not dropped his level at all. We're approaching the hour mark, 50 minutes played, and Carlos Alcaraz playing well here. No signs of fatigue whatsoever setting in. But you'd expect the signs of fatigue to set in after, what, an hour and a half?
I don't know. I mean,
How long can he go without
these
feeling it? Whoa, does
guys,
CARRENO Busta get there? I think he does. Brilliant court coverage from him. He picks it up so well, hits it down the line, and just uses the pace of the ball from Alcaraz just to direct it down that line. It was a great shot because he moved him around, had a nice slice, and then he just used it, lifted it up, and there's no way Alcaraz was getting to it. 15-30.
That was a phenomenal shot. I mean, point. That was really phenomenal.
He went from corner to corner there, Busta.
Yeah. Like the deepest, like completely in the corner, had to do a slice forehand, barely got over the net, completely in the corner. It's really, that's
special.
That's why he's top 20.
Alcaraz opens up. He's under pressure here, though. Busta pushing it to the backhand this time. He goes back there again. Alcaraz, does he force it wide? No, he don't. He goes drop shot, though. It's a good drop shot. Busta's there. He can't pick that one up, though. What a brave drop shot that is. That is phenomenal. I need to clap that. That's a good shot. I want to see that again on the replay. I thought, why is he doing that? And then it just worked out perfectly.
Yeah.
What do I know?
I think it was just so he just knew Busta wouldn't expect it at that point. He was just waiting for the pounding forehand. Yeah.
You got M's there saying, I thought I was hearing things. So I had to mute the TV to make sure. No, definitely Baby Shark was playing. It was. I couldn't listen to Zach. All I could hear was Baby Shark.
It's like
I'm still hearing it.
It's like a virus for the brain.
Inside out. Vamos, Alcaraz, Calito. I'm going to have to go really big when Rafa retires on Alcaraz, you know. It's going to be my savior.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you just have to absolutely love watching him. I mean, no matter what else, his tennis is just so beautiful.
You got Michael in saying, if Novak can play 2 matches at Rome last year at 33, this shouldn't be a problem for Alcaraz at 18. I remember that. One of them was it Sonego you played? And then, was it Sonego Tsitsipas? That's off the top of my head.
Yeah, I don't remember. But I mean, I think young guys, they have a harder time knowing how to pace themselves. But I feel like Alcaraz is already pretty much figured out. Plus, I mean, he plays these hard matches, but it's so much of it is just he's hitting the ball so hard. The other guy is getting run around the court.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got to be able to hit that much. But
I think it's just the intercom speaking. I thought someone was speaking to Alcaraz. You can see him there getting a bit of that energy. What is them little sachets? Just give you a bit of energy. Do you use them when you play or not?
No, my friend told me what he told me the brand that he uses for these and some of the ones he gets. But I always think it's funny because I have these 2 little girls and they get these fruit pouches that look like that. Okay. So I'm like, are they using fruit? But they they'll have like different protein and sugars, and I mean the one that my friend mentioned even has a little caffeine in it. I don't know. It's I have to dig up the brand for next time, but.
Rowdy every lap, they're clarifying what he meant. So he's saying cows are female and you're putting the male L, and that doesn't make it male. A young bull would be El Novillo. Okay. I'll let Ben know that.
Okay. So we have a transgender cow here.
Oh, okay. I get exactly what you mean. The thing is, you're too intelligent for us, so we wasn't really on board. Well, certainly for me. Maybe not Zach.
Especially with English, we don't have the... No, I just figured it out now from the explanation. Yeah, we don't have the female male word names sometimes.
In theory, English is quite an easy language to learn, is it not? It must be the easiest.
Yeah, except that we break all the rules and we have a lot of slang.
True, there is a lot of slang, and different regions speak differently as well. There we go. CARRENO BUSTA to serve. I got Boban saying, I love JG Spanish. I mean, don't get much from me, but I do it for you, Boban.
Well, what do you think about Djokovic's fitness? Actually, I mean, he was collapsing today and had a problem the other, with Fokina in the previous tournament.
I mean, everyone's trying to keep convincing me it's normal and that he's not played and this is just how he is. And I don't know. I don't know if they've. Oh, sorry, that's a brilliant point. ALCARAZ just didn't give up. The mosquito's back in him, and that's a prime example of why we call him that, because he just was from side to side to side to side. He shouldn't have won that point, and somehow Busta, I thought he could have done better there with sort of the put away. It was to his backhand side, trying to go over his shoulder. It was difficult, but I think for someone of his ability, he usually would pull that shot off. ALCARAZ, though, yet again, is amazing.
I'm still politicking for the Wasp. I'm going to lobby for him being the Wasp since we don't want to take his coach's nickname.
So what was you saying? What was
and
the
he's
question?
got such a strong stinger about Djokovic's fitness. Red Devil 11 says, nah, horrible at the moment. He needs more matches.
Yeah.
Anyone else want to chime in on what they think about?
Yeah, and that comes from a huge... Yeah, Red Devil is a big Djokovic fan. He's always there with us for Djokovic matches. I don't know. Everyone keeps convincing me just to not worry. It's going to be thing. But I am a little bit in terms of it's the age factor. I know Gary keeps mentioning it as well. So sometimes you can lose it overnight. Like you can become old overnight. And I don't know how to explain it, but we see it with football all the time. A good player, then sort of you just feel they can't do it anymore.
Yeah, there's something I mean, it's hard to. I will just say I always played competitive football, soccer, and I would come back to it, leave, come back to it, and it was in my late 20s, early 30s where when I came back to it, I just couldn't do stuff anymore. Like I just couldn't reach balls, couldn't hit the ball, kick the ball the right way, and it's just like it's little things, but then they matter so much, especially in tennis, such margins, and it's like one thing after another, and you just end up not quite able to compete like you expect, and that can throw you off a lot when you're used to getting certain balls too. I mean, that was the hardest thing for me, was just my mind thinking I can get that and my body not doing it, and then it's like you have to adjust as you age to different things, and it's just hard. I mean, but
the thing with Djokovic's situation is his physicality has always been one of his best attributes. So we're used to seeing him deep in a fifth set doing well, and we know that he has incredible endurance, sort of a heart of a lion, and we're not seeing that right now. So it is a bit of a concern. I think the best indication, I'll be able to answer this question after Roland Garros. Let's see Djokovic in a fifth set against someone and see what he can do then, because that's a different thing altogether. We've got to remember, this is a 250 in Belgrade, and he's just sort of coming back into things. And he did get a lot better as it went on. And, well, just talk about that point, because that is a really good one. Busta did an incredible one on the point before. I didn't speak about it, but he had ALCARAZ all over the place. And that was brilliant from ALCARAZ, just sort of fighting back. And he gets a break point here. 58 minutes played. Break point opportunity. Busta has been unable to make any dent whatsoever in the ALCARAZ serve. So you would think if he's to be broken here, he's going to be in trouble. It's going to be a second serve as well. Busta, he's only won 58% of these second serves. He's in trouble here. ALCARAZ got him where he wants him. Backhand deep on the court. And it's into the net. Carlito gets the break. And how easy is this right now? 6-3, 4-2. And we've not even had an hour played. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Carlos Alcaraz. Just no one can stop him. He's playing amazing right now.
Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. 1, 2, 3, vamos. Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. Vamos.
And there we go. Follows that up with an ace out wide. We've got John Silk in the chat saying, afternoon, GTL family. I think overall, it was a positive week for Djokovic. Yeah, I would definitely echo that. I think it has been positive, but what it has done is still raise and not answer a lot of questions. And that is his stamina in towards the end of a match. I know he's done it a few times against Kecmanovic and Zher. He got out of the trouble there. Fekina was unable to, and was unable to against Rublev as well. So there's still some question marks there, but overall it was a positive week.
Yeah, he just looked really like on the verge of collapse against Rublev after just this at the end of the second set. I mean, this is not, and the first set was 6-2. So I don't know. It's just, as a Djokovic fan, it's concerning, but it is uplifting that he got to the final. There was, he didn't win the first set of any match. So it was like every match was like, oh no, could go out here, but that's Djokovic, right?
A lot of people agreeing with John.
ALCARAZ.
We've got him called Post John Silk. Yeah, by Michael. Red Devil saying big up John. Always big up John.
Alcaraz just looks so good. I mean, I don't know. Whether he plays Nadal or Djokovic at Roland Garros, I mean, assuming he plays one of them, or Tsitsipas again, I mean, they have good battles. Obviously, Alcaraz is winning those battles, but
didn't win that point though. I missed it down the line. He should have done better. It wasn't a great shot from Busta, and he went down the line. Probably should have gone cross court, but Busta did cover the net well. And finally, we're seeing Busta threaten the Alcaraz serve. I think this is the best he's ever got on the Alcaraz serve, in fact, 15-30. So let's see if he gets a break point.
He's had a shank a miss down the line. Let's see if Alcaraz pulls it in now.
That's just incredible. Have a look at that. I know you're a little bit behind, but I mean, how do you do something like that? How? Just continuously do that. He's played 4 hours before this. Like, how can you still hit that shot? He just steps around the forehand, paints the line down the other side. It's just like watching sort of Federer at Wimbledon, Djokovic at Wimbledon.
Yeah.
Rafael Nadal, Roland Garros. I don't know. It's like the very best of the best players do stuff like that.
He's so refined at such a young age. It's just crazy. I mean, well, as a big Nadal fan, does it also worry you a little bit? Like he'll stop Nadal from getting another Roland Garros possibly? Or are you not really worried about it? Just enjoying his rise?
They've just played not too long ago, right? So they played not too long ago in a semi-final of Indian Wells, and Nadal was able to beat him. And that was just sort of the start of the end for Rafa these last few months. So he was playing with some kind of injury, Rafa, and was still able to get over him. And I think a large part of that is the mental side of Alcaraz struggling, looking the other side of the net and seeing Rafael Nadal there. And as much as he played for large spells better than Rafa in that, I still think that is a big block to get past. And I think the Serbian guys have the same issue with Djokovic.
Yeah.
I think the Russian guys have the same issue with Medvedev. And it's just a thing I can't really put into logic. It's just psychological, and that's just how I feel about it.
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be an internal kind of battle with your fan side and your competitor side. I mean, to some extent, you're like,
it is a mental game, tennis. And I think that does mess with the balance a little bit. But Alcaraz, after that, he was threatened slightly 15-30, but then just swats it away easily. Nice one down the line, then finished it off with another one as well. And we are at 5-2, just over an hour. Alcaraz creaming Carreno Busta. 6-3, 5-2 right now. And, he's one game away from lifting the famous Barcelona trophy.
Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. 1, 2, 3, vamos. Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. Vamos.
Yeah, and we need some more likes on this video, of course. So anyone chime in with some likes? I'll just drop a little more history with Alcaraz Nadal's background in case you missed it before. He played Nadal for the first time on his 18th birthday and lost that, but was like grinning ear to ear. Got a chocolate cake delivered, I think it was, on the court after the match. Got to take a picture with Nadal with it, and he was just like, but he looked like a boy. And he said going into the Indian Wells match that that played that kind of that played a role in his loss, perhaps, that he was too much looking at him as his hero, but that in Indian Wells it was not gonna be a factor, that he was ready this time, and he was obviously much more developed, much better player. But I think it still did play perhaps a role. It was also very strange conditions. I mean, he effectively might have given Nadal a rib stress fracture through the. I mean, it's not clear when and
Oh,
how that
boy.
appeared, but it looked like one point in that match might have been when it happened.
Busta here with a
that's
double
funny.
fault for people wondering. I don't know what he's just doing what Busta does best. I struggle to warm to him, and there's a lot of reasons why. I think watching this, you probably see, and he's struggling against Carlos Alcaraz. You probably want to see the back of him. He's taking all of his thunder in Spain right now, and that is, well, we're very close here to championship point. Yes, we're going to see it. We're going to see 3 championship points for Carlos Alcaraz and his 3rd title of the year. He's won 2 previously, and this is championship point. Carlos Alcaraz.
Match point.
First serves in, backhand. Alcaraz pushes him long, and he can't handle the backhand. He's got his hands up in the sky. That was easy, as you like. 1 hour, 6 minutes, 6-3, 6-2. Carlos Alcaraz wins another title, and he wins for Rafael Nadal on Rafael Nadal court. He's done it. 6-3, 6-2. What a performance. And remember the name, because he's not going anywhere. We've got a few events coming up. Madrid, Rome, Roland Garros. And I feel he's going to be at the business end of all of them.
Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. 1, 2, 3, vamos. Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. Vamos.
Wow, great scenes there here with his sort of family hugging. And he deserves it more than most, doesn't he? There we go. Pista Rafa Nadal, 6-3, 6-2, 1 hour 5. What a quick match. I was expecting Iga to do a 1 hour match today. But it turned out the quickest match of the day would have been Carlos Alcaraz. I didn't expect that to be the quickest final. I thought this one would have been a tight one. But granted, I thought Schwartzman was going to be there. Turned out, Busta made it. Wasn't really great in the final. Didn't turn up. And Carlos Alcaraz keeps getting better and better. I believe now with this victory, he's well inside the top 10. And I did a video. I think he's 9th now. So he's moving up in the top 10. And, well, the sky's the limit for him.
And in the race, the race to the end of the year, he's still 2nd, right?
Well, I assume so. I've not looked at it, but he's got to be well up there. Who's in front? Just Rafa, is it?
Yeah, I think it's two Spaniards.
Yeah,
Nadal,
so you got Rafa number
Nadal.
1. Yeah, and Baby Nadal just below him. But yeah,
Baby
thank
Shark.
you everyone for watching. Thanks for Zach for joining. We have finally hit 100 likes. Took some time, but we got there in the end. If you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. But here's the 100 like one. And yeah, anything left to say?
No, I think he's just showing that he's as impressive as everybody thinks he is, and he's shown it again this year. He deserves all the hype he's getting.
Yeah, he deserves it. He is the sort of phenomenon on tour right now. And we're talking about him for a reason, because he can produce results like that. But thanks everyone for watching. It's been a crazy day. I don't know how my voice is still lasted. Thankfully, I've got some water here. I'm going to take a Strepsil, and I'll be back later on this evening to cover some draw previews with Ben. Thanks, Zach. See you soon.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone, for watching. Like and subscribe. See you soon. Love, guys.
Adios.